Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here on the Boiler Room. So yesterday ended up being a pretty good day with a lot of the stocks we were watching. A lot of good plays yesterday. MIC, TBAX had some good moves. The SPY seen some volatility. CHK did really well. Looks like it's going to do really well again today. So today, kind of happy about the watch list. I have a couple penny stocks, a couple higher price stocks, an ETN, so I'm happy with today. I think today's going to be a pretty good day. Joel, what's happening, Captain? Kenny Wilson, good morning, and all that follow. Zach as well. Good morning to you guys. So, yeah, today should be a pretty good day. I see some stocks that I really like. I think I am long biased. Long biased on 2 or 3. And then I'm short bias on another 3. So it's pretty half and half today. So I think some of you guys will like that. No coat this morning. It's a little warm. So yeah, I work in an office. I don't know if you guys have noticed. It's nothing crazy. I mean, like this is just it, right? I work in an office here. So, right. Not too it's pretty basic, right? It works better for what I do. It gets super cold in here overnight. I don't know. It like freezes. So sometimes I'm wearing my jacket. And then it gets really, really hot during the trading day. Yeah, my normal play is like 5,000 shares. Well, I guess it depends on the price. But yeah, I hardly take anything below 500 shares. Usually I'm always 500 or more on a trade. Sometimes 10,000. Sometimes I can be in 20. I've been in 20,000 before. Maybe even 30,000 too. Not very often will I do that. So let's see. No, I didn't watch the Wings, didn't watch them. All right. Anyways, so enough talking. I'm going to start showing you the stocks that we're watching. All right. So first things first, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to show you CHK, Chesapeake Energy. It looks pretty good. Not bad. I don't know if this is really going to ramp up. We'll see though. So let's first hop on over here to CHK, if I can do this right. All right, so CHK, right? One of my members, someone in our trading group, our trading room, he goes by the name of 911. Some of you probably know him. Really great guy. Anyways, he told me to watch CHK yesterday. I knew they had good earnings, and I'm like, I know them. I know all about CHK. I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I kind of blew it off, to be honest. I kind of was just like, not like I didn't blow it off. I looked at it and I told myself, do I really want to trade it? And I'm like, not really. And the reason I didn't want to trade CHK yesterday is because typically it doesn't really see a lot of movement, right? If I go back into this yearly chart or something, let's just do a 20-day chart, right? The stock it's not known to make really big moves. So I'm thinking to myself, yeah, it's got good earnings. It might do a little something, but I don't expect it to make really big moves. And I was wrong and ended up having a really good day. So now I'm going to watch it. It's continuing to run here pre-market. I think what's going to happen is we're going to get an early morning pump phase because CHK, it ran really big yesterday. Like that was a nice move. And then it continued up after hours. And now it's continuing pre-market. So right now I can tell you for a fact, there are a ton of people watching CHK, right? It had a good earnings beat. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. Good earnings beat. It continued running. It's really running pre-market right now. So I can tell you there's a lot of people that are trying to trade this. A lot of people, right? A lot of beginner traders, a lot of, advanced traders. This one's on a lot of people's radar. It had a really big move. Okay, so don't be surprised if you see this run up a little bit in the morning. It has good earnings. What I fear, this is my thing. I think that there's going to be a big profit taking on this morning. I personally think we might see it spike up in the morning and do that quick spike, and then it's going to dump on itself. I might be wrong, and it might not do that, but you also got to think how big this is up over the past couple of days. It's probably up $2 a share, or not $2 a share, but like $1 a share, maybe $1.50 or something, right? It's up really big. So you got to think at some point, some people are going to want to lock in profits, all right? And that hype and momentum that's driving this price up is going to end. And then what's going to happen? It's going to come down crashing on itself. Okay. So that's what I'm going to watch today. I'm going to see if this thing can really ramp up. If there's a good long entry, I'll take it. But I'm not long bias. I'm not going to be long biased on this trade as soon as the bell opens. I'm going to be short bias because I think we'd see a quick dump out on this with how big it's already up. So I'll be short bias when the bell rings. If it doesn't go short and it starts holding up, then I'll be long bias. But I'm not going to be long bias first. First, I'll be short biased. If short doesn't work, then I'll go long. Okay? Yeah, exactly. And it could squeeze out of the gate. And that's what I want to see. I want to see this thing squeeze up really hard, shoot up out of the gate, and then I want to short the top as it comes crashing down. That's what I'm hoping to see. Blue Buffalo, David, don't even watch Blue Buffalo today. It's a buyout from General Mills, so it's not going to do anything. That's just going to basically consolidate sideways. Hold on one second. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I took her to school this morning. Bye. So again, yeah, right. So I think we're going to see this thing spike up in the morning and then roll over and dump out. That's my theory, and it might not work, but you know, a lot of these plays have been doing just that recently. So first, I think we might see it spike a little bit. Then I think it'll roll over and we'll go short on it. You know what? I'm going to talk about MYSZ as well because MYSZ is starting to get hyped up as well. So MYSZ, let's talk about this one. I'm short biased on MYSZ. Right? I know it's going up and everyone's like, oh, well, it looks really good. It's going up. Why are you short biased? Well, I'm not fully short biased. I'm not entirely short biased on it. But let's look at this. Take a look here. I'm going to go into a yearly chart. Look at this yearly chart. You guys see anything that, right? So let's start from back here, right? Spike, dump, spike, dump. Spike, dump, 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 spike, dump. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whoa. Did you hear that? That's 12 times. 12 different times that the stock MYSZ has spiked and dumped the next day. So what are the chances, right? The chances have to be pretty high that we'll see that same pattern repeat itself. Is it not? Right? Am I naive to think that MYSZ won't dump considering it's done it 12 times before? Exactly the same. A green day, or it just spikes up one day and dumps, right? Now, it has started, you can see this here. Let me get these drawings off my thing here. It has started crossing over all of its moving averages. So I will give it that. It started to cross all of its moving averages. The volume you can see starting to spike a bit. But you have to keep in mind, $2 is right here. So we have the $2 resistance in our favor, right at $2. Okay. And then after $2, it would really be like 225 resistance, then 250. Okay. You know, but regardless, right? In my opinion, and in my thesis, I look back at this chart here on the yearly chart and I go, every time MYSZ spikes, it tends to fail and dump the next day. So I should probably be short bias on this, right? We're getting up to the $2 mark. So my game plan here is I want to see MYSZ pop up to $2 and get stuffed. I don't want it to break $2. I want to see it hold the resistance at $2, right? And then I want to see it roll over and dump. On a long bias trade, what I would like to see is it break over $2, and then I could take the long over $2 with the stop just below $2 at like $1.98, $1.95, okay? So, but in my opinion, I'm going to be short bias on this. I don't want to take a long that's only going to end up being like a 5 to 10 cent long. I'd rather see it come down because the profit potential to the downside is far greater than what we have to the upside right now. Okay. Yeah, essentially I press the short button when I think it's going to start coming down. All right. So on MYSZ, I'm short bias. I want to see the $2 resistance mark hold up. It always tends to fall the next day after it spikes. So I'm short bias on this, and I'm short biased on CHK for the moment. Now let's talk about the stock W. W is one that we mentioned, I think, yesterday. It may not have been here, it may have been in the group, but W had got hit really hard, big short selling day. Basically what I'm getting at here is this one got short sold. It's down a lot of money, and we might see it go green. That's simply it. I think this might be a little steady grind up on a green day. Again, this thing was like, I don't know, I think it was like $100 a share. Yeah, it was $100 a share, and it just gapped all the way down to $73, $74. It's starting to hold some support. So what I'm going to say is watch W for a potential long or potential continuation if it breaks below 73.50. If it breaks 73.50 to the downside, I'll be short biased. If it can't break 73.50 and it starts hovering on the 75 area, I'd be long biased. There's a lot of upside potential on this today. What's the next one? MIC. MIC is one that I shorted yesterday for about a $500 win, right? This thing gapped down. It crossed strike right here. It was a continuation to the downside. Now, this is the same exact game plan as W. These are very two similar charts, big gap downs. They lost a lot of money. They got short sold, so there's a lot of short selling that took place. And if this thing consolidates sideways and doesn't break down any further, I might look to long it because I know that there are short sellers that will be looking to cover up their position today. Rory, it's not a website. It's a trading platform called TD Ameritrade. I think on Thinkorswim, you just have to hit the sell button. Wait, is it? I think on Thinkorswim, you just hit the sell button. I think they don't have a short button. I think it's just sell button. And then, yeah, I think you just have to sell, right? So you wouldn't actually, like if you tried to short on Thinkorswim, you wouldn't be hitting the buy button first. You'd hit the sell button first, and then it would short. And then to cover your short, you'd have to hit the buy. Yeah, I think that's how it works on there. I never use Thinkorswim for trading, like, you know, actually buying and executing orders. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So those were, oh, and then there's this. There's this one I'll mention now, HMNY. This is another one I was thinking of, right? You're looking kind of ugly now. You know what? Let's scratch that. We're not even going to talk about that. And then, of course, I have TVIX. This one I'm just going to watch as I watch the SPY. I still think we're going to have a red day on the SPY. I've been correct every day so far in my thesis that we're heading into the dump on the SPY, right? I sent out, like I said, I sent out that newsletter over the weekend to watch the SPY, and it's had a red day ever since I sent out that newsletter. So far, thesis is working out great. It's kind of doing like a little bit of a downtrend, some consolidation, but I do expect we should continue red here. We may not. We may reverse and go green, but this is kind of the determining point, the make it or break it. Are we going to continue down, or are we going to go back up? Right. So these next 2 days are going to be very crucial to see what happens on the S&P in the overall market. Let's see. ANTH. I'm not even going to mess with ANTH. Don't expect too much happening out of that. It's starting to lose volume, right? As MYSZ's popping up and as CHK's popping up, there's no reason to trade this $2 stock with no volume. People will just gravitate toward the better stock. So that's definitely what you guys are going to be seeing here on ANTH today. Probably not too much going on. So that is all that I have for you guys here today on the watch list. Once again, that's just it. And there may be some other ones that start moving here this morning that I don't know about. Again, you know, things change when I'm doing these videos. So, but the stocks I mentioned, definitely think there's going to be some great opportunity. Again, MYSZ, I'm short buys. CHK, I'm short buys still. W and MIC, I'll be long biased on. I'm still a little long biased on CHK. I do think there can be some upside potential on that one. So CHK, MYSZ, W, MIC, and TVIX and SPY. So that's all I have for you guys today. Once again, I don't know how many of you guys are new. I know some of you guys probably hear this, and I apologize if you have to hear it again. But if you guys like to join into our trading course, live trading room, you know, there's a lot to it. Courses, group mentoring where we do live classes. We even do some pre-recorded trades where you can see me trading in real time, and then we go over those trades, right, and say, hey, I shorted here, why I short here. So there's a lot to learn in the course. So if you want to check out the course, links in the description. But you can also sign up for our weekly newsletter where we send out like a free watch list. So rather than watching it here on YouTube, you'll get an additional like watch list on the weekend to watch. And all you have to do is go to the first link in the description and sign up for a free account, and then you'll be put onto our newsletter there. So once again, everyone take care, and I will see you on Monday. All right, take care.